Hey there, Washington Commanders fans. Welcome back to our channel. What a spectacular and necessary victory we clinched in California. We saw Jayden Daniels return. We saw our offense click. But the real story, the news that nobody expected, and that changes everything for the rest of our season, was our defense's performance. They finally did something that had been missing all year, and the result was simply transformative. Stick with me, because we're going to break down the play that turned the key for our team. We finally saw what Coach Dan Quinn has been preaching since day one: complementary football. Throughout the season, we've lived with constant frustration. In one game, the offense played well, but the defense couldn't stop anyone. In another, the defense was a wall, but the offense couldn't move the ball. Against the Chargers, for the first time since the opening week, all three phases of the team, offense, defense, and special teams, contributed decisively to the result. It was a complete team effort, and the result was our most impressive win of the year. Jayden Daniels' return was, without a doubt, the spark that ignited the fire. His mere presence on the field raises everyone's confidence level, and the big plays he made from the start gave the team the energy it needed. But the most important thing was how our defense fed off that energy. Instead of buckling under the initial pressure, they stepped up, had their best performance of the season, and gave our offense the opportunities it needed to turn the game around and secure the victory. However, the start of the match gave us that familiar and frightening feeling. It seemed we were heading for another typical away game, with the defense giving up points right away and putting us in a hole. For the third time in a row in away games, we allowed the opponent to take a 10-0 lead. When the Chargers advanced again, threatening to make it 17-0, I confess that pessimism started to set in. But the response that followed was what defined the game. As Coach Dan Quinn himself said after the game, it's not about how you start, but how you respond. He highlighted that his favorite part of the game was the final drive in the last quarter, when we managed to spend over 6 minutes off the clock running the ball to seal the victory. For him, the complementary football that the team played in the second half was exactly what the coaching staff was looking for. He admitted that we made mistakes at the beginning, but the way the team came together and dominated the second half was what made him happiest. The big key to this comeback was our defense's ability to finally force turnovers. Last week, we had our first interception, but it was an isolated point in a poor performance. This time, it was different. The forced fumble on Quentin Johnston was the catalyst. It not only prevented a score, but it resulted in a touchdown for our offense on the following drive. Later, Mike St. Ristill's interception in the end zone killed another clear scoring chance for the opponent. These were game-changing plays, and it wasn't just the turnovers. Our defensive line finally rediscovered its dominant form. Justin Herbert is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and he tried everything to bring his team back into the game. But the constant pressure he suffered was the big difference. We managed 4 sacks and limited one of the most potent passing attacks in the NFL to just 166 yards. To put that into perspective, that was the 8th lowest yardage mark in Herbert's entire career. This shows the size of our defense's dominance. On the other side of the ball, the Jayden Daniels effect was clear. With him back, offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury went back to relying on the running game, and the result was the best game of our rookie, Jackery Bill Krosky-Merritt's career, who had 150 total yards and 2 touchdowns. He was the driving force of our offense, running with a strength and determination that infected everyone. It was a gala performance from our future star. The success of the running game, in turn, completely opened up the passing game. With the Chargers' defense worried about stopping our runs, Jayden Daniels found space to make big plays. The long pass to Luke McCaffrey before halftime and the touchdown to Deebo Samuel, which sealed the victory, were perfect examples of how a balanced offense can be lethal. It was a lesson in how one phase of the game complements and enhances the other. This victory was much more than just a number in the results column. It was proof that this team, when playing united and complementary, can compete with anyone, anywhere. It was the validation of Dan Quinn's work and the demonstration of the potential we have. Now the challenge is to use this victory as a springboard, maintain the momentum, and bring that same mentality to the next match. Now I want you, who vibrated and suffered with us, to participate. If you felt that this was our most complete and important victory of the season, leave a like on this video to show the strength of our fans, and comment below what was, for you, the most exciting moment of the game. To not miss anything about the preparation for the next match, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. In the end, we left California with the recipe for success in hand. We saw what we are capable of when all the pieces fit together. And that leads me to the final question, which will define our destiny this season. Was the dominant performance we saw in the second half against the Chargers the birth of a new identity for this team? Or was it just the perfect storm of a day where everything went right, running the risk of not repeating with the same consistency?